Yes, good morning and welcome. You're watching Power Breakfast right here on Citizen TV, and it's that time when we take a look at the headlines this morning. And to help us do this today, we have Deputy Governor Nairobi, Jonathan Mweke. Karibu sana.
Good morning.
Next to him, Brian Weke, CEO, Institute for Education and Democracy. And for the very first time on this panel, we have Ben Paul Njoroge, nominated Senator. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes. Now, a quick look at the headlines. Radical proposals to reform schools. Pupils will spend only 2 years in nursery and 6 in primary. Subjects in secondary schools will be divided into 3 clusters. Students to start specializing early. Now, this has to do with education. Of course, on the very top strip of the Daily Nation, Kenya Airways cancels flights as workers stay away. On the standard, varsity fees shocker for parents and students. Council of VCs concedes public universities are in the red. Asks state to double subsidies and call for fee increase. Also on the standard, the Treasury borrows 226 billion shillings in 6 months flat. We'll be discussing that in a short while. Also, let's take a look at the Star. Listen to my side as well. Machar tells Kenyan MPs, Riek Machar, that the South Sudanese rebel leader says he's been condemned using wrong information. Okay, so now for a start, I want us to, but before we go to that, we need to pay tribute to these Kenyan athletes. It's on the front page of the Daily Nation. We have a photo of Daniel Wanjiru celebrating while crossing the finishing line to win the Amsterdam Marathon in the Netherlands yesterday. And the little-known athlete broke the course record set by another Kenyan, Wilson Chebet, in 2013. Now, Kenyans took the first, not 1, 2, 3, the first 8 positions, while 2 Ethiopians completed the top 10. Wow.
Yeah, we always say that's what brings us together as a nation. Yes. Our athletes. I mean, this is Wanjiru. Last week it was Kibet and Kiplagat. Yeah. And I mean, it brings us together. We celebrate our athletes. It shows there's a lot of talent within the young people in Nairobi, in Kenya as well. And congratulations to them. Oh, yes. You can see, I mean, top 8, that is very, very serious talent. But it also shows, though, that this talent has to be enhanced. Yeah, and that's why some of us as counties are really doing a lot for athletes, for performing artists, for musicians, just to make sure this whole thing of picking up talents and ensuring that our young people are able to get far in life goes away. This is a profession. Yes. Athletes, people get paid for it. It creates wealth. It brings togetherness as a nation. Everybody is cheering the Kenyans. It doesn't matter which part of the country you are from. It doesn't matter which party you are from. Everybody is just happy that Team Kenya is winning. Yes. And that's something that we need to take very seriously as a government, as a nation, to ensure that these things don't happen by mistake, that we actually do things by design, as leaders, by design, and make sure that we're able to enhance our young people. Yes.
Brian Weke, of course, starting Monday with such a headline is good news. We always start with the, of course, the headlines on top here, not always very nice, especially on Monday mornings.
I agree. This is very good news. Very, very good news. Actually, this reminds me when you remember the other Wanjiru. Then the marathon used to end in a truck. And when he entered the stadium, and the crowd went wild. I think it was the first time he was winning an Olympic gold. It was such a powerful thing. You saw he could turn left and wave to the crowd and turn right. So really, this is very good news. And the fact that it's actually a young guy called Daniel Wanjiru. So it reminds me of the other Wanjiru. So for me, and I think other than just planning to win, it is also important to train our athletes so that after winning, then what? Because that mentorship misses. You remember the story of Wanjiru, who rose to fame from a little boy who didn't have much and subsequently became a world champion. Then again, there is no mentorship on how to treat the fame, how to treat the monies that come with it. So I think for me, there should be an all-inclusive sort of training and subsequently mentorship, so that we do not also lose these athletes to the worldly things.
Okay. Senator Njoroge, of course, Daniel Wanjiru is little known. He's a little known athlete. We've never heard of Daniel Wanjiru before. This is the first time we're seeing him, and he's top of the list, leading 8 Kenyans, no less, in winning a marathon.
I think that tells that if we can really give many Kenyans a chance, I think there are those talents which are just hidden outside there, because nobody could think of this guy winning. And also it's very encouraging that the 8 front runners are all from Kenya. Yes. I'll tell you, because I was in Rio for the last Olympic Games. It's very encouraging when a Kenyan flag is really flying all over the field, because you get even the other countries really appreciate Kenyans. They really want to touch a Kenyan, because they have realized that Kenya has that talent, and I believe if we can all work hand in hand, especially the ministry concerned, in making sure that the same athlete are really rewarded heavily. I think that is the only way to encourage them to have more golds and all those other medals.
Okay. Of course, it's rare that we start with a sporting headline on Monday morning, but of course, I'm sure Kenyans who watch football know that today Liverpool and Manchester United are dueling. So I don't know which team do you support? None.
Harambee Stars.
Harambee Stars. I know, very politically correct. Well, Brian, Liverpool, Man U?
I root for Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Yes.
But between the two teams, which one do you think will take the day?
I think any day I would support Liverpool.
Liverpool. But Deputy Governor, you have no bias there.
Governor supports Leicester.
No. Yeah. Well, Senator, do you watch international football, the English Premier League?
Very rare.
Very rare, okay. Yeah. Anyway, that will be happening much later in the day. We away tomorrow, of course. Someone like Willis, Willis is not speaking today because he does not know what will happen to his great Manchester United. But we wait to see. Let's now look at the dailies, and we start with this one where Raila Odinga warns against second Euro bond. Now, opposition leader Raila Odinga has cautioned international